Yeah, so I've known Andre for like, I don't know, 4 years now, I'd say. Um, I started working with him back in 2016. Probably recently started working with him again, as it's just been with my brother. But yeah, it's been some good stuff recently. Um, I think like one of the best things with Andre is that after each session that you have with him, even when you go to that session with like, I don't know, something on your mind, like let's say you had like something you were anxious about, or something was kind of like, one of those feelings that were bugging you in your mind. After every session, I come out having that cleared up, and basically laughing. Like every single time you come out the session, you're always laughing, you're always in a good vibe, and the feeling that you felt before that is gone for sure. Andre's really good at Andre's really good at what he does in that respect, and so I think it's like always like a refresher when you go into the session, and then just have that clutter in your mind cleared up. So it's really useful for anyone, really. I mean, I recommend it on anyone.
Yeah, and just a bit on my side. So I got introduced to Andre back in so 2017. So yeah, more or less the same as Joe. And actually, I got introduced to him while I was in a period where I was on my year abroad. Everything was quite new, and aside from the fact that Andre provides you a new perspective on how to look at certain situations and life situations as they come, and he's able to turn these life situations, whatever they may be, into something which is like profoundly positive and makes you look at them as tools to provide you growth. And yeah, aside from the point, as Joe was saying, to do with any kind of queries you might have, or any kind of little sort of anxieties that you may be feeling, one of the main things that I take from Andre's coaching is that he teaches you the importance of feeling good and actually being able to harness that energy and to use that energy and to essentially get whatever you want from life. And that is a fundamental part of his teaching, which is related to law of attraction. And
You could apply it to anything, really, couldn't you?
yeah, exactly, apply it to anything.
Like you can apply it to work, you can apply it to like whatever you're doing. So like if you like the best thing about it is also is when you're in these sessions is that even if you're going in, it doesn't matter what you're feeling, if it's like good or bad. But let's just say, for argument's sake, you're feeling good. The interesting thing is like when you're feeling good is when like big work happens because when you go into that call, even feeling good about something, and like you're telling him, hey, let's say if you got a promotion at work, you've got a promotion at work, or you're expecting a promotion or something. I don't know. Um, Something amazing. Like the amazing thing about it is that when you have that session with Andre, like he adds so much momentum behind it, and the feeling that you had about it is only then intensified, and then whatever follows when in life when you're let's say you're going to get the promotion, you're basically ready to receive a lot more than you expected when you go when you go get that promotion, and you just reap a lot more benefits because like your mind's ready to Andrew readied your mind to receive a lot more from that event.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's fun as well. Like it's really fun just to like even in the sessions, like you're having a great time, and it's just good vibes and only good vibes. And there's I feel that there's very fundamental lessons that you can pick up from thinking in the way that Andre thinks, and fundamental ways in the way that the way he like pivots. I'd say pivots your mind in a positive direction.
Yeah, it's like it's perspective. It's changing perspective at looking at things, and you understand that it's not all not everything's black and white, and it's the truth that we've been conditioned. All of us have growing up in society, and it's just about making that conscious choice of choosing to feel good, and that's what it's all about. And it's what I've learned really is that life is really, really simple. It's not complicated as it's made out to be, and Andre really helps us understand that, and that everything always works out for us, and it's really a like, what would you say, like it's a relief. It's like
Yeah.
it gives you a lot of freedom mentally, and to basically you start to see life as more as a toy to play with. So you start, without being too cliche, you start living life, but life's not living you.
No, I agree with that.
Yeah.
And you're not taking you're taking life like as it is in a more accurate way. If for argument's sake, I mean, we can get stuck in our heads a lot, and we can kind of project our life through our own eyes in a certain, I don't know, negative filter, right? And so you go through life in a negative filter, let's say, and you want to change that filter as soon as possible, because whatever situation you're going through, you need, without trying to sound like too preachy here, you definitely need to get in the positive filter. Otherwise, what's going on? Do you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I mean, like, it's just, as I said, it is just realizing that it really isn't that serious, and we have a choice, to feel good, and that's all really that matters, and that's the most important thing. And also, the big takeaway is, which you probably agree, is like generally just being present. Presence is the key, and that's a big part of like Andre's coaching is being able to recognize that presence is essentially key, and a lot of the time we're often living like people living a story in their head, whether that be living in the past or the future. But when we talk about the past, but the past is just memories, and the future is imagination. But now is the only time that ever matters. So
Yeah.
you're feeling good now, so you're good.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's it.
So yeah, guys. And obviously, of course, when you first, I think it's important to understand that when you first kind of get into all this unpacking, like it can be quite, I'd say it can be a challenge to understand at first, but I'd say all you'd want to do is just have a session and have a session, and have fun, because it is fun. It is really fun to talk to Andre about whatever, really.
You'll feel good for the whole week after your session. Like you'll feel good, and that's how you want to live. Like there's,
even if you just see it as that bump, even if you just see it as that bump at the end of like the start of the week, to be like, okay, we're starting positive, but yeah, 100%, just have a session, have fun, and you're gonna like Andre anyway, because he's a good guy. So yeah, guys, definitely give it a chance. I'd definitely give it a chance. But there's so much benefit to get from it. So much benefit.
And I'll just probably add there as well, because I didn't really touch on it properly, but on the side of the whole law of attraction, and getting what you want, manifesting what you want, whatever you want to call it, it's all the same thing. But I can tell you from experience, like, I've been able to accomplish crazy things just by talking just by talking with Andre and like having fun, and it sounds like it sounds strange, and it sounds like it can sometimes sound like something that's quite like far out, far out there.
Yeah, I'd say that.
But like, this is like real. It's real stuff, and I've got some crazy stories that I would need time to share. But like, literally just from doing the work, as we call it, creating that energy, and understanding that, as Andre says, life goes where the energy flows. I've been able to essentially manifest what I want, and have incredible experiences from that. So that's something I just wanted to point out, because that is a key part of coaching, because coaching with Andre isn't just about I've got this issue or XYZ, or like I want to talk about thing, which is great, because that can give you mental clarity and freedom from whatever kind of situation you may be in. But it's also building from that, and just as I said before, harnessing that energy and really going out there and being intentional, and asking for what you want, and receiving. So that's what I agree with.